Hey friends, thanks for joining me. I know it's been actually a couple of weeks, and the reason why was that I broke out in hives, a pretty bad level of hives from the top of my hairline all the way down and around in the back of my ears, and yes, on my neck. And one of the things that is very common in this world of recovering from trauma and dealing with DV is that there are always new things that come up. It's like a beast that keeps waking up. That beast is having a person in jail who's aware of the opportunities that they have to try to get out of jail. And as a victim, you are notified of everything if you so choose. You're notified of when that individual is moved. You're notified when they petition for certain special privileges. You're notified when you have to write a victim statement. And I was notified. And so I've been out of it a little bit, dealing with the reality that when you go through what we have been through, those of you who are tuning in who have been through this, there's a reason why a lot of people, number one, they don't talk about it. Two, they don't pursue it legally. Three, they push it down and never think about it again. It's hard and it hurts. But I am here to continue to bring good content and solutions and ideas. I've been thinking about this particular idea for quite a few weeks, and it hasn't been fully fleshed out. I'll probably have to do it again. But I do want to give content. I do want to be here. I do want to communicate. I am alive. And thank you for your support. We reached 10,000 views within the first month. That to me is incredible. I am at 32 subscribers, so I hope you'll consider subscribing and share this with your friends who have been through abuse and through to parents who you know who are trying to figure out what is going on with their daughter, their sister, their family member who they're like, I don't understand what they're dealing with. A lot of times people just don't talk about it. So to the content. I want to talk about how to identify when a person is at best a narcissist and at worst they are a person that is identifying targets so that they can groom them to be victims. And there are continuously the same behaviors that you'll see. You might hear the term breadcrumbing, love bombing, trauma bonding, and there are a lot of terms, and so I just want to go into what I call the twos. Too much, too. They do too much of this, they do too much of that, they push too much. So this is my list as it stands so far, and I'll elaborate. Number one, right out of the gate, they're just too generous. Now, we ladies love the idea of being swept off of our feet, being treated like a princess, and being given like appropriate gifts, like pay for dinner, buy me a coffee, flowers. But typically, people that have ill intent are going to do it to the extreme. They are going to buy you flowers, a coffee, chocolates right away, and then the next day they're going to show up with something else, and they're going to buy you jewelry too soon, and they're going to talk about wedding rings too soon. So, I am hesitant to receive extravagant gifts, big gifts, really any gifts, until I've had time to get to know someone where where I know that it's like one of their styles of love rather than part of the love bombing process. And the too many gifts is part of the love bombing process. The other piece of love bombing is too much praise. You're the most beautiful woman they've ever met. You are the smartest person they've ever known. You're the most tenacious person. You're the most kind person. You are the most creative, the best at something. I don't know. the woman of their dreams. They can't believe they finally found that unique unicorn in the world that they hoped existed, but gosh, they just never thought they would find that person. Here you are. You are the most perfect person in the world. Now, there is such a thing as a smart man who can communicate compliments like, that's a beautiful top, you look lovely tonight. You want normal stuff, not this intense praise that is just pouring elaborately and continuously. Because that's part of the love bombing process, to get you to be like, oh my gosh, like this person adores and worships me, and it's the thing that I always hoped I would have. I have belonging. They think I'm amazing. No bueno. Too vulnerable too soon. People that tend to be looking for a victim will tell you a secret that you didn't want. They'll also ask you to tell them a secret. For my particular case, this person on date 2 said, you know, Amanda, like I would feel so bad if I didn't tell you about my past. I owe it to you to share this with you so you can decide if you want to do this thing with me. And they told me about their background, was not good. Cried, told me about how, yes, they had made their mistakes, but mostly it wasn't their fault. And it was crazy because they knew I was a very compassionate person. They had figured this out on date 1. And now I have this secret where if I told anyone or talked to anyone about his background, it could hurt his future. He gave me that power of hurting his future. And he put pressure on me that it was like, because I'm so trustworthy, hello, love bombing, because I'm so kind and compassionate, he felt safe telling me this thing that I now can't tell anyone because he's trying to start again and I can't. So they will try to create this connection where you have something on them that could wreck their life that you didn't ask for. And it'll appear like honesty and vulnerability, but really it's just to lock you in and get you emotionally invested and connected to them. So too fast, things are rushed. So again, unsafe people, they've already praised you and said you're the most amazing human being they've ever known. They've already lavished you with gifts. They've already shared their deep, dark secret with you. And now it is week 2.5 or 3, and they just absolutely know that you are their dream woman. They want to marry you. They're sending you pictures of rings. They're talking about dresses. I mean, could we elope? That'd be crazy, right? And it just gets really intense really fast. There's constant texting. There's constant calls. You're thinking to yourself, do they even have time to work? Because they're reaching out to me so much. But they really want like you to get super invested, and it's just this floodgate. And it's really what like high schoolers go through, where it's the obsessive, infatuated period, but we're adults. And that's not very normal. The adrenaline, the hormones, like the love crack, as we want to call it, it's a real thing. But people who are up to no good, they really want to get you hooked on their love crack so that you can't pull away and aren't wise enough to pull away. In with the things are moving too fast, too physical, too soon. Now, I realize I'm in a world where people feel like having sex outside of marriage is so, it's fine. It's something that they've done. They've lived with their partner. Please don't do it. Please don't do it. Kissing and making out early on, too much physical touch, etc. There's a lot of stuff that happens, and the more you are physically connected to that person, for we women, I don't know if it's a guy thing, but I can say for us women, the more we give physically, the more we're invested long term. And it's really hard to get out. So please don't do it. Do not do it. Go slow. Go very, very, very slow. And you shouldn't be having intercourse with that individual either, because you are going to get trapped. You just are. Too perfect. So here's the thing: when someone is after you, um, they have read you, your likes, your dislikes, your values, your family. Do you love them? Do you like family? Do you not like family? Who are your friends? What movies do you like? What food do you like? And just like Runaway Bride, their attitude, their dress, and everything about them changes. And you suddenly say to yourself, my gosh, I have met the perfect person. I can't even believe it. I never expected to meet someone who would be everything I ever hoped for, dreamed, and imagined. This is incredible. It's not real. Wonderful people who are great for you are still not perfect. You do not agree on everything. You do not think the same way because, for myself, since I am, looking for like a good man, men don't think like women. Men don't act like women. And so for you to be just this perfect match, it's likely you're being lied to. And you're going to start to see the cracks around 2 to 3 months in because people can only pretend to be something that they are not for so long. They love the same music as you, the same movies. I'm telling you, if they're too perfect, question it. Question it. Too needy. So this person is going to get to where they need you to comfort them. They need you to pick up food for them. They need you to talk to them. They need you to like hang out with them instead of the friend. And since you're already on the love crack, you're like, oh, totally. I don't want to hang out with my friends because I want to be with you. They will come to your house more frequently and call you more frequently and text you and really take up every minute of your free time. And that's not normal. It's not healthy. It's not good. And then the fine, like always calling you, just too much of that. And let me see. Yeah, sorry, too much communication. Part of the too needy is too much communication. Normal adults have jobs. They shouldn't have time to text you continuously throughout the day, to call you at lunch, to video chat with you, to then stop by and have dinner with you. Do they not have friends that they need to hang out with? Do they not volunteer somewhere? Are they not working on projects somewhere? Red flag, red flag, red flag. If they have enough time to full time spend time with you, what are you doing? Plus, of course, this can harm you in your work environment, which people who are abusive are totally fine with you losing your job. I mean, they need you to pay for things. Eventually, you're going to find out that the generosity immediately turns around and you're paying for everything. They demand too much of you. But initially, if you can lose your job, well, that makes you more vulnerable, doesn't it? If you can lose some friends, well, you're more vulnerable and you have more time for them. I've also noticed too focused on your body image. Unsafe and unhealthy people are too focused on your physical appearance. They want you to be heavier. They want you to be thinner. They want you to wear this kind of makeup. They want you to wear this kind of perfume. They want you to wear this kind of top. They want you to wear these kind of shoes. They're very focused on your outward appearance. This is a super bizarre thing that has happened to me in 2 relationships that were unhealthy. They want me to change my toothpaste to be their toothpaste. So what you're going to notice is they're too invested in everything that makes you you, and they need to incrementally change things. Both times. Perfume that they wanted me to wear, and since I'm an adaptive, flexible person, I was like, oh, you like this scent? I can wear that scent. Okay. Smells nice. Cool. Oh, you want me to use Colgate instead of Total? You want me to use this instead of that? I mean, again, I don't care. Watch for those things when they are changing your habits, your friendships, taking over your time, praising you incessantly, giving you tons and tons of gifts, and just sort of absorbing your life where it is fantasy. You are in a fantasy. That is the stage of love bombing. And after that fantasy, it all starts to crash and you start to experience the DV, the anger, the outbursts, and then they start to trauma bond you. So please be careful, my friends. Highly recommend this book. I don't have time to talk about it, but I will in the future. Wonderful, wonderful book. It's not